Hello and welcome back. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay informed on the latest news affecting the royal family. In the often solemn world of royal duties and protocol, it's rare to find a moment of lightness that not only brings warmth to the public but also subtly reminds us of the deeply human side of the British monarchy. This week, that moment comes courtesy of Prince William and, unexpectedly, from young Prince George. In a brief but widely shared exchange, Prince William relays a cheeky message from his son to Kaleb Cooper, one of the stars of the hit farming series Clarkson's Farm Star. It's a small moment, but one that offers a revealing glimpse into the personality of the next generation, and the kind of family dynamic that the Prince and Princess of Wales are nurturing behind palace walls. The occasion is a public engagement in Bristol, where Prince William is meeting with young farmers and tenant stakeholders connected to the Duchy of Cornwall. It's a routine part of his royal calendar, but this visit marks an important milestone as well. William has just been announced as the new patron of We Are Farming Minds, a mental health charity dedicated to supporting farmers in the rural county of Herefordshire. The appointment is fitting. 4 years now, Prince William and Catherine have made mental health a cornerstone of their work, not just through headline initiatives like Heads Together, but through consistent, often under-the-radar support of community-based efforts. While the event itself is serious in tone, focused on the mental strain that farmers face, often in isolation and under enormous economic pressure, the headline quickly becomes something else entirely. In a light-hearted exchange with Kaleb Cooper, known for his spirited role in Clarkson's Farm *, William delivers a message from his 11-year-old son Prince George. "You've got George watching now," William says with a smile. "I said to him, 'What shall I say if I meet Kaleb?' He said, 'Tell Kaleb to mind his language.'" The remark draws laughter, not only for its humor but for what it reveals. It suggests that George, despite being the heir to the heir, is allowed to be a child, a curious, observant, and apparently media-savvy one. He watches television, he notices things, and he has opinions. That in itself is a sign of something rather important, a royal childhood that balances duty with normality, in a way that was far less possible for previous generations. What's especially interesting is how this moment, just a father sharing a funny comment from his son, resonates so widely. In part, it's because it's unexpected. Prince George is often shielded from the public eye, his appearances carefully managed and his privacy fiercely guarded. Yet in this instance, we're offered a glimpse of his voice, his humor, and the kind of parent-child relationship that exists behind the royal facade. It feels authentic, unrehearsed, and refreshingly candid. Kaleb Cooper's response is equally endearing. He admits he's been told off for swearing too much on the show, but adds that the rawness and honesty of Clarkson's Farm is part of what makes it special. "I tried to stop," he says, "but at the same time it's awesome. That's what I like about the whole show. I've had so many people thank me going, 'You brought the family together.'" His words strike a chord. They point to something bigger, that in an age of polished social media profiles and heavily produced television, authenticity still matters. And clearly, it matters to families like William's too. This small episode plays out against a much larger backdrop. The royal family is currently navigating a period of profound change. King Charles, newly ascended and now facing a personal battle with cancer, has stepped back from many engagements. Prince William and Princess Catherine, each dealing with their own public and private pressures, are increasingly being positioned as the monarchy's stabilizing force. Every appearance, every word, every gesture is being watched closely, not just for its ceremonial value, but for what it might signal about the future of the crown. In that context, moments like these are more than amusing anecdotes. They are cultural signals. They show a future king who is not only comfortable with his responsibilities but confident enough to reveal something personal and playful. They show a father raising his children with a sense of humor, emotional awareness, and a connection to the world outside palace gates. And perhaps most significantly, they show a royal family that is learning, finally, how to be relatable without being performative. There's a delicate balance here. The public, particularly those over 35 who have grown up watching the royal family through triumph and turmoil, tend to have finely tuned radars for insincerity. They know when something feels scripted, but they also appreciate when a genuine moment peeks through. That's what this is, a genuine moment. And in many ways, it's the kind of soft diplomacy the monarchy does best. There's no press release, no formal statement, just a father quoting his son with affection and humor. And yet, it speaks volumes. It's also worth noting what this moment is not. It is not calculated. It is not an attempt to distract from royal controversies or tensions, including those that continue to play out with Prince Harry or in the broader media. Instead, it feels like a snapshot of real life. And for those who care deeply about the institution, not just the spectacle, it's reassuring. Because it suggests that beneath the gold braid and public scrutiny, the royals are still raising children who think, who joke, and who care. Prince William has, in recent years, demonstrated a growing ease in public settings. He is relaxed, quick-witted, and increasingly confident in his dual role as heir and modern statesman. But it is in moments like this that his real strength shows, his ability to make the monarchy feel not just visible but approachable. And in sharing that his son, too, is watching the world, noticing its flaws, and offering unsolicited advice, well, that's something every parent can relate to. In the years to come, Prince George will step more fully into the spotlight. But for now, he is allowed to be what he is, an 11-year-old boy with opinions about television, a family that makes time for togetherness, and a father who isn't afraid to laugh with him, even in public. And if that family also happens to represent the future of the British monarchy, then perhaps that future looks just a little bit brighter and a little more human. So while the headlines may focus on royal titles, constitutional roles, and global diplomacy, let's not overlook the power of a single sincere moment. A prince telling a farmer to mind his language through the voice of his son is more than just a headline. It's a message. And perhaps it's the most royal thing we've heard all week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.